I'm Jesus H. Christ. You can call me Harry.
And I'm Richard. I hate when you're ready with something witty and I ain't ready.
You gotta be thinking ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think ahead.
Well, it's Dead Decks.
Yeah,
Again.
it is. Dead Decks. Yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. Yeah.
So, we're gonna start some bourbon again. Are we gonna keep that going?
Shit, yeah.
All right, we're trying, Gord. I swear to God.
Gord, what you want, you get.
Yeah.
And I'll show this bottle off because we are drinking ourselves again. Dead Decks.
God, it sounds so dirty.
A big draught full of Harry and Richard.
Ooh.
You know you want some.
That looks pretty fucking rancid, buddy.
What would you expect? Any liquid come out of us gonna look like pond water for sure.
Tastes good though.
Yep. So we do, as we mentioned in other videos, that'll be before or after this one. Woodford is
Time
a good
travel.
one. If you want some basic shit that's good off the shelf, that's a good choice.
Yep. Yeah, Woodford's pretty good.
We ain't fancy enough or pretentious enough to do tasting notes, so
No, I mean,
you're on your own.
It's a little higher. It's not bottom shelf Jim Beam, but
That's good stuff.
it's not $150 a bottle shit either. It's not Pappy Van Winkle.
Hell no.
Yeah, get your hand on some Pappy and blind taste test that. And tell me you'll fucking tell the difference. Tell me. Come on.
Yeah.
Now, you can probably tell that against, white label Jim Beam, but
Yeah, probably.
that shit tastes like garbage-ass charcoal, too. So,
Tastes like Harry and Richard juice.
I heard Richard juice is pretty good.
It's delicious. Y'all should try some.
We're way ahead of the curve on that. Anyway, all right, bourbon talk over. What the fuck are we doing today?
We are not much, but we're talking about how CCGs work. This is the first of a series that we're going to start doing.
Yep.
Start nerding out on some mechanics. We're starting with the process of looking at globally as many games as we are aware of and can look at how mechanics fit together, similarities, and start to kind of build out a standard nomenclature, naming convention, standardized gaming, components of mechanics and rules and things. So this one, though, the first one's really a high level, basically what I want to say about the mechanics and how they work. It's as much why they are so cool, but why they're great for a game. So then after this, we'll get into more. But so two main things, in my opinion, which is obviously the Word of God.
Or Jesus H. Christ. Harry for short.
Richard juiced. Number one is the cards themselves can be anything. Well, it's certainly a component of that. It's a cheap little, flat, easy to make, printable thing. But you can write anything you want on it. That doesn't matter. You can say this is a piece of flaming dog shit.
And it's gospel.
Yeah, you can say that it's any damn thing. Mm-hmm. Or like a game we encountered earlier, you can not name it at all, not call it anything. But
teaser.
Yeah, that's a teaser. So it can be a noun. You can say this is a building, or it's a island, a planet, any kind of location. You can say it's an entity, it's a dog, a monster, whatever, naked chick, whatever you want it to be. Mm-hmm. Be some kind of item that you can hand to an entity, like a, attachment.
An artifact or, yeah.
Yeah, it can be an object. If you're playing Bane Master, you make it a desk and a chair. Because, that's great thematically for an RPG card game.
Well, Matt just got scepters and glasses, so.
Yeah, that's true. Only glasses. Yeah, well, we were looking at High Stakes Drifter earlier. Mm-hmm. There's a mule in there.
There's a damn mule.
Yeah.
Or donkey. We're not certain. That's an inside joke. We're going to explain it here.
But it's different, damn it.
It is different. Big difference between a donkey and a mule.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, they're spelled different.
Oh. Well, there. Answer's done. No need to comment.
So, verbs, obviously they can be verbs. So not only is it an object, you can say this card is a thing that happens. This card is me taking a hot flaming shit. Because, again, it's nothing stopping you from writing down whatever you want.
So, spoiler, we're going to make a toilet game is what we're hitting that here.
Well,
it's all about shit.
All I can really ever talk about is shit. I have the sense of humor of a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah.
It's all poop jokes.
Plus 2 to flushing.
Yeah, although I'm trying to get rid of that because now it's cool.
Is it?
Yeah, poop's cool now.
What?
Yeah, they got fucking rainbow poop for little girls with unicorn horns and shit. It's on a Walmart shelf. No kidding. Yeah, rainbow poop pillows, I swear to God. Poop is now a trending thing. I was into poop before poop was cool.
That's right.
Just for the record.
Jesus Christ.
The girlified poop.
Jesus me.
So anyway, often in card games, verbs are going to be spells and action, or action like in a fight game. I'm going to punch you in the face, or I'm going to destroy something. It can also even be an adjective. It could just be a modifier, and not even be an actual, a verb that you're doing. Just something that's going to happen. So again, any damn thing, anything in the English language. Whatever. This
or
card
any
can be
other
whatever
fucking
you want.
language.
Yeah, or other languages.
Yeah, you can make up your own goddamn language. You can put some Klingon shit on there if you want to. All you know how to fucking read it and decipher it.
So what are the games you know of can the components so easily be transformed into anything in the world? By just writing on it that this is now this thing. So you would imagine, there's some games I would love to do that with. You talk about a project that takes some time. But turn the cards into actual components. Games that have like locations and then have creatures and then have, that'd be pretty cool to see some of these visualized. We'd do a Magic that way. It'd be a effed up looking board game. So anyway, yeah, game pieces that transform. That's genius. That's one of the reasons why. The number 2, why I think CCGs are so awesome and why they work well. As easy as you writing something different on the card, you can change the rules on the fly. Which is actually a trope. It was probably, the golden rule you might even be able to count as a requirement for a CCG. That when the card rule says something different than the rules in the book, the card wins.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn universal. I can't think of an exception to that.
We should create a game that contradicts the rule book at every fucking step of the way.
No card plays like the rule book.
Yeah.
So the rule book's shit.
Worthless.
Yeah, like Boring Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty fucking funny. And actually write out a rule book too. That'd be hilarious.
Where where you never follow it.
Yeah, with every single card would automatically contradict it as a first step.
It
may do other things too.
That's pretty genius.
Yeah.
Like the rule book can say you can only play this into this area, and every card of that type you cannot play in that area. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I'm calling it contrarian.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Contrarian the card game. Shit, might have just turned this off and go crank out a game. It's pretty genius.
Yep. All right. See y'all later. Off to make millions.
So yeah, I've even seen that in multiple rule books referred to as the golden rule. So anyway, what else? Is that telling us we're screwed?
Getting close, maybe.
Yeah. I'm stopping in the middle.
All right, and we're back again. We screwed the camera up because we ran out of film, and I had to transfer. So that was a mess. And so this is the next morning. Sorry about that. And then we tried another take, and the camera screwed up again. So this is take 3 of the video, and we're gonna leave it alone.
Our bourbon is transformed into morning coffee.
Yep.
So hey, good morning.
Morning.
So as we were saying, we were about to start talking about examples of cards and games that show off that we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Austin Powers, cheesy game, but there's a card that says go open a booster pack, and one of the cards you pull out of the booster pack you can then put into the game. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Tournament viable, all that shit. Who cares? But doing fun, interesting stuff with the abilities I like.
Yeah, there was one that you were searching for in a box of On the Edge recently.
Yeah, dug forever for it. Interesting On the Edge card. Show copyright infringement.
Yeah. From
the Cut Ups expansion of On the Edge. Says you take a card from another CCG, anything out of play presumably, and then you numerically take the first numbers you encounter and map those over to the stats of an On the Edge card. That is intriguing.
Yeah.
Would have been banned immediately in an actual, structured play.
Yeah.
Because you're going to find some card that's going to make you insane stats.
Yeah, it's going to break all the games.
That shit get you a Bushy Road card that has those 35,000. Yeah. Let's have an On the Edge card with a 35,000 stat.
I win.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I love when games do that. I love that. So, Chaos Orb from Magic is one that says on the card, flip it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it lands on, you have destroyed now. And the story that, is that a confirmed story? Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's confirmed.
Somebody tearing it up into pieces.
In the tournament. setting. I mean, this would have been years and years and years ago. But
Yeah. Coffee down the wrong hole.
oops.
Now Magicka's got one we noticed when we were opening some of that recently. That is, ask your opponent a question that is game related, and they have to tell the truth. It doesn't have any more qualifiers than that. So, I was thinking, we're talking about could you do like forward predicting, like next turn are you going to do this, and then you've locked them into having to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or what's your strategy of your deck, or what are you going to do if I do this? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting wormhole to open up inside of a game.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the feasibility of that one either. None of these really, feasible, but kind of just proves the point.
Yeah, I was gonna say it shows that you can do whatever the hell you want on a card. You can mark one that says, "All right, now you gotta go take a shit,"
Yep.
and don't come back till you do.
Eat this card.
Yeah.
And then you have to shit it out, and then the game will continue. Nothing to stop you from writing that down.
Rules of rules, man.
So the last one, it's an example of Monty Python in general, not a specific card, but there's multiple cards in that game that tells you to say things or do things. You might even, get up and dance like a pony. I don't know. Stupid shit, because as we talked about, I think that's geared to more of a party game. So
Yeah.
So anyway, it just proves the point. And some games actually take advantage of that you can write any damn thing you want on a card.
Mm-hmm. You don't see as much crazy stuff as we mentioned, obviously, in bigger games or games that are tournament focused. And if they were, early Magic had a lot of that stuff, especially dealing with Ante, and they all got immediately banned, and you would never see that in tournament play or serious play. But they're a lot of them were fun or unusual or cool, and that's kind of where they land.
Yeah,
in most cases.
I would think a good modern day solution would be for a solidified game. Have a small, maybe shorter print run expansion that's designed for casual play that does crazy shit like that. Maybe you don't allow it in structured play, but have one. I bet that would go over well.
And Magic in their unsets kind of do some of that anyway. And it's of course strictly for casual play and just goofing around, party game kind of stuff. Like many of these games are. Austin Powers and Monty Python we've talked about. They do a lot of weird, crazy stuff, break fourth walls and do things that you wouldn't see even in most card games, but. I knew there'd be a market for it, and they're correct. And shit, some of that old stuff now is worth a fortune. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. There's certainly, there's things you can't feasibly do in a card game that you could certainly write down, but like Eternal has some really cool mechanics that I love, the digital card game. There's just stuff one of my favorite cards in Eternal says transform your entire deck into a random other card. So try doing that shit in the real world.
Yeah, I mean, technically you could. You would just have to, consciously keep up with it. And if it's just one card, that'd be pretty easy to do. But
so this is your whole deck is now a random any Eternal card that exists.
A random card.
A random card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, you could still do that on paper. It would just
Sure.
it'd be a pain in the ass.
Get you an RNG and a master card list, and yeah, that'd be fun.
And of course, you could do that with dice, or make a card. You could.
Yeah.
Especially if it was a smaller game that didn't have a ton of cards, you could feasibly figure that out.
Yep. Yeah, they do a lot of things you can only do in digital and Eternal that are fun. Like reverse switch the cost and the strength or something of all the cards in your whole deck and crazy shit. Anyway, so again, those are two reasons why I think CCGs are really awesome and why they shine.
Yeah.
That you can write anything you want. You can make the cards be anything, do anything, and it's so easy to change the mechanics during the middle of play and keep things interesting. So eventually in these rules discussions, we're going to get into more specific things. Coming up soon, we'll do talking about systems. It's kind of an overarching topic. And then it's going to get lower level. So do things like deck rules, talk about the gameplay areas, attributes, different recurring mechanics you're going to see across a lot of games, and really start diving into rules and mechanics. So I think that's it for this one. We don't want this running a third day, do we?
No. Yeah, let's stop here. We're still ahead.
All right, how we do then?
Good enough.
Yeah, buddy.